what's happening. The flames are still taking hold of part of this hotel we see.
There are still plenty of flames around the hotel. I'm currently in an apartment on the Sheikh Zayed Road, which is actually one of the busiest roads in Dubai currently. It is just absolutely packed with traffic. All you can see is little blue flashing lights trying to get through. Obviously, they're the emergency services trying to head to the Address Hotel next to the Burj Khalifa. It is just absolute chaos here on this road because they had originally blocked these roads in order to allow the flow of traffic around Dubai City. However, now all this traffic is completely blocked up miles and miles back, and that has actually caused the emergency services not to be able to get to the Address Hotel as quick as they'd like to. There's plenty of black smoke which is actually covering the Dubai City as we speak as well, which is causing quite a bit of distress to people who aren't actually around the scene. So obviously people who are just watching the news and now praying that no one's really injured or hurt.
Yes, we did hear earlier, Inzi, from a civil defence official speaking on an Arab TV channel, saying there had been no injuries, but obviously fire still very much there in the Address Hotel, and it would have been packed, I suppose, because it was one of the key addresses, wasn't it, for what promised to be a spectacular night?
I mean, in terms of that report saying that there's no injuries, I find that quite hard to believe. I mean, after looking at such drastic blazes and, knowing how busy that hotel really would have been at this time, it's New Year's, it's probably one of the biggest hotels apart from the Burj Khalifa around the downtown Dubai area. And I just know that, there would have been a lot of people there. People saying no injuries, but that's not saying no deaths at this time, which is quite distressing for a lot of people here in Dubai and people around the world watching on the BBC News.
Inzi, Rashid, you were talking about the streets around you being choked with cars, and presumably some emergency services trying to get to the scene, others trying to get out. Have people around you stayed fairly calm?
I think initially at the scene, it was obviously quite distressing, people seeing the blaze and the black smoke. Now, I think people are slightly calmer and just hoping that, people inside the building are safe. I think that's the general feeling around here in Dubai as well. Party's still kind of going ahead in terms of New Year's, and, there's going to be a spectacular fire display right across Dubai City. However, now I think they're going to put that on hold. I don't think it's the right time at all to set any fireworks off and celebrate the New Year. But the mood, I think, is a lot calmer than it originally was. I mean, it's been over an hour now since this blaze has been going. Let's just hope the emergency services can snake their way through the busy traffic of the Sheikh Zayed Road and get to the Address Hotel.
Inzi, we did see a tweet, in fact, in the last few minutes, from the Dubai Media Office saying New Year's celebrations will continue as scheduled.
Well, that comes as a shock to me that the New Year celebrations will continue as scheduled. I mean, I'm surprised that the Dubai Authority will actually let that go ahead. It's quite a devastating act that's happened, whatever has caused it. So whether they're going to let that go ahead, we'll find out in due course. I think it's just over about an hour's time until midnight here in Dubai. So it'll be interesting to see whether the fireworks around the city will go ahead. I personally believe that it wouldn't be the right thing to do until they find out exactly what has happened here to celebrate 2016. But we'll see in just over an hour's time, Philippa.
Inzi, stay with us. I want to get just a bit more from you, but I just want to remind our viewers on BBC News here in the UK and around the world that we are following this developing story of a huge fire in a luxury hotel in the heart of Dubai near the Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa area was due to be the centre, the focus of New Year's celebrations in just over an hour's time. In Dubai. On the phone, Inzi Rashid, a journalist who's on holiday in Dubai. And Inzi, just remind us that I think there are expected to be maybe 3 spectacular firework displays there. Dubai really prides itself on the bigger, better fireworks.
Well, this was going to be one of the biggest firework displays that Dubai has ever put on, for the whole world to witness. There was an expected over 2 million people to be in Dubai for these events. It was going to be fireworks display lasting over 20 minutes, originally starting at the Burj Khalifa. Then it was going to move around the city and eventually end up at Jumeirah Beach Resort. Whether they're going to carry on ahead with their fireworks display, again, I'm not entirely sure, but it was going to be an absolutely spectacular display. I'm afraid the only fires we're seeing now is on the Utrecht Hotel, which aren't really positive.
Stay with us. I just want to get a few thoughts from Nina Warhurst, the BBC correspondent with me here in the studio. Nina, we've heard from a few eyewitnesses now